you travelling. In it, babe. Hey? Yeah. A bacon and berry black pudding part. A bacon and berry black pudding. Ooh, proper bacon, proper bacon. Hi to everybody coming in, I hope you're all good. Just had gammon, nice. Hi Vicky, are you going to stay in property whilst as Broad they went back, you staying in? We moved from here on Sunday. I've not been in for a while because I had some bad news last Saturday. I hope you're alright, Brandon, darling. I'm sending you an awful lot of love. I had a pot noodle and it was a king size one. Nice. Very nice. I can almost taste it. Turn up Pines tomorrow soup with bread and butter for tea tonight. Oh, nice. I totally agree with you there. I'm having a bacon butty tomorrow. Black. Oh, stop it. You look like you've caught the sun today. I have caught the sun. The last couple of days has been so hot. It's been so warm the last couple of days. It's been, in fact, I actually had to come in because the back was on fire. This chicken in this country just does not shrink. Do you know, like chicken normally shrinks to like half the size? It doesn't shrink at all. It's unreal. Put them back in. I can almost taste it. Yeah, me too. Vicky, my fave. Are you alright, pal? How you diddling? It's all the water content in British chicken. It's madness. It absolutely is, you know. We're having deconstructed Hunter's chicken. Thank you, Queen Bee. We are literally using up what's left in what we've got left. We're literally just using up what we've got left. So that's what we're doing. We're using up what we've got left, and that's it. So we had chips that needed using up. We have some bacon that Darren's been and got because we didn't have enough, if that makes sense.
Yo.
Oh, what's going on there?
Oh, what's happened with this?
Oh, what's happened? Hang on, I'll be back. Write down what you've got in your fridge or your freezer. So, I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of what happened today. So, Darren came up the stairs before and he said, what do you want for lunch? I said, what have we got? He said, not a lot. I said, right, what we've got in the fridge? So we've got cucumber, tomatoes, feta, half a chicken breast, chips in the freezer, and some onion, some spring onion. Right. I said, well, we'll have a Greek salad. So we'll have tomatoes, cucumber, onion, and the feta, and get us something to go with it. Get some more chicken and bacon. And I'll make Hunter's chicken tonight. So we've got the rest of the chicken. We'll use the chips up out the freezer. Get some bacon. I'll use the crispy bits of onion on the top. And we'll have deconstructed Hunter's chicken for tea. And then tomorrow, the rest of the chicken that's left over we'll have with the last bit of salad. And then tomorrow night we're going out for dinner. And then we leave on Sunday morning. So what's going to be left in this villa when we leave? Not a lot, because I've used everything up. So, for me, I go with what I've got. So if you go into your fridge and you have a look what you've got, or what meat you've got in your freezer, work your meals around that, and only shop 3 days at a time. Write a meal plan. Write what you're going to have every day. So if you need carrots, because you fancy carrot and swede mash. What else can you do with carrots? Well, I can have them carrots and I can do them with whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So don't buy meals for the week knowing that it's going to be out of date. That's just wasting money. Absolutely wasting money. I'm thankful for the mute button. I bet you are. I wrote I was thankful for the NHS. Hope this means I don't need to wait longer for therapy. I know. You're welcome. Thanks, Sue. Vicky, the tutor, hadn't said that. You're amazing. So are you. I'm thankful for being alive and waking up in the morning. I love that. Stupidity. It's crazy. Shouldn't be thankful for the... Should be thankful for the life instead of trolling and putting people down. Exactly that, Carol. Let's change the mood of the weirdos. Type what we're grateful for. Mine is little family. I love that. Hi to everybody coming in. I totally agree with you there. Use everything up. Yeah, I'm grateful for my daughter. Meal plan before you go shopping. Oh, Barry's still here. Barry, I thought you had a bit of an issue. The fact that I'm eating my tea while you're here. I mean, I've not got an issue with you being here. But you seem to have an issue, the fact that I'm eating my tea while you're here. Oh, I nearly got that down my top then.
It was good.
Isn't it? You do need to be more mindful. Menu. Thank you, Carl, for sharing that with us. Never throw food away, no. Yeah, Robin, love that. I'm thankful I'm not a troll. I love that. Can do all sorts with carrots. Grateful for your family. I love that. I'm grateful to be able to eat what I can. I've just started my electric journey. I love that, Laura. Everything's so expensive now. I use everything up. I don't waste anything. Absolutely don't waste anything. I mean, Darren's been and bought a bit of fruit today, and I've already had a tangerine and an apple. But we've got to be very mindful that we've not got a fridge in the van. So, the next week is going to be eating like we'll be shopping each day for whatever it is we're eating from wherever we are. So yeah. Thank you, my mate Holly. Are you alright, girl? Have you had a good day? I'm so excited.
Something like that. We're going through
Grateful for your kids, love that. Someone asked if the turmeric was any good. I answered a Chantal. Oh, I do it. Charlotte, trolls don't bother me. I mean, where are they now? Where are the trolls now?
Trolling somebody else. Probably.
Yeah, in somebody else's room. Picking on somebody else because they're a bully. I won't be bullied by anybody. I was bullied for many, many years. Nobody bullies me now. All right, babe.
Fridge.
Not a tray. The tray's only on it because I needed space. See, when I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I tell myself that I'm gorgeous, I also tell myself that I'm thankful for the life I've got.
I've got 2 packets of eggs today.
And I'm happy for the life that I've now got. Not the old life I had in the bottom of a bottle of vodka. And some people just can't be thankful just for waking up in the morning. They have to come and they have to pick on people, like, because it makes them feel better. The Deepa, thank you, my ledge. How are you feeling? Do you know what I mean? Mind you don't drop that, babe. Oh, right. I've added it to the basket. Thank you. What do you look like? I look like me. What do you mean, what do I look like? I look like me. That's a bit of a weird question to ask. Where's your next destination? Don't know, that's down to D. I'm ready for home, Anja. I'm ready for home. I'm thankful. Be alive, breathing, house over my head, cat. I love that. Love it. Now you bully your partner. Bullying you there, DD.
How you bully?
See ya, buy truck and cars.
How you bullying?
Why are you eating so fast? I didn't think I was.
How you bullying me?
I've got no idea. Will you be sad to leave this little... I will be sad to leave this little paradise. But to be honest with you, this is why I'm being trolled like I am, because they can't do better in their lives. So instead they'll come after somebody who's obviously living the best life and they're not. So instead of getting up and choosing kindness and getting up and choosing happiness and getting up and making changes to their own lives, they've got up and just been nasty with the world again, because that's the world that they've created for themselves. As I say all the time, if you're not happy with what you're doing, then change it, because only you are responsible for your future, nobody else. So if you're not happy with what you're getting, then change it. Can I help you, little fella? Can I help you? You should be on your bed when we're eating.
That's fine.
So, yeah, I just choose happiness and I choose kindness. Not a lot of people do. Casper, he's here. He's here. What doing? Waiting to see what Mum's got left, ain't you? Go over there to your dad and go and get in your bed. Waiting to see what I've got left on my plate, like Casper always does. Always does. Where are we? Jealousy is the root of all evil. You're absolutely right. It's horrendous. Jealousy is absolutely awful. And no, on your bed. Jealousy is ugly. Jealousy is awful. Jealousy is the root of a lot of people's issues in life. Don't be jealous. Just do better. That's it. It's not hard. It's not hard. I'm doing really well, thank you. Hi, Vicky, just got home. Hope you're good. I'm up. Oh, good, Amanda. I've got the hiccups. Why did you give your fella the chicken off the floor? Why didn't you eat it? I didn't give him any chicken off the floor. Absolutely no chicken went on the floor. A piece of bacon fell on the floor. What does it matter? It was going on his plate. Darren?
Oh,
Are you asked that a piece of bacon fell on the floor and I picked it up and put it on your dinner?
no.
Thank you. So he's not got an issue and I've not got an issue. So have you got an issue?
Clean that floor to top you.
Vic Beggs. Strong women, exactly. I'm just a silent watcher listening to your advice and experience and inspiring to me. Thank you, Julie. July, sorry, it says July. I thought it said Julie. I do apologise. I'll never understand how sad some people are. I get people come back at me and I never trolled. Well, you hadn't. You did. You come in and said, "Why are you eating again?" Just think about how you act. Just think about how you approach people. Not like, "Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you, D-Bat. That's beautiful." At the end of the day, just think about how you speak to people. Like, come in and go, "Hiya, you all right? Hiya, Vicky." Not, "You were eating last time I came. You were on live last time I came in here." Well, so fucking what? You must come in at the same time. What does it matter? Honestly, people are just rude because they've got no manners. It's a difference between being dragged up and brought up. I thankfully was brought up, not dragged up, hence why I've got manners. And I would never ever treat or speak to somebody the way people come in this room and try speaking to me, and I won't put up with it because manners cost nothing. 10 seconds rare listen. It's a 3-hour rule in this house, Celia. Hi, I'm good, thank you, Sarah. I didn't say that. I said last time I seen you, you were eating. No, you didn't say that. That is not what you said, Barry. Can one of the mods just find Barry's comment? Because that is not what you said, Barry. Some people haven't been taught manners. You're absolutely right there, Berkshire girl. Some people don't know the meaning of being kind. They absolutely don't, Paula. It's really sad. The perfect timing for the eyes. I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you. I see you. Why are people nasty? I don't understand it. Just because they've got nothing better to do with their own lives. Hi, I'm like you. I'm grateful for what I have. It's not a lot, but I'm healthy enough. I love that. I absolutely love that. Vicky, I don't know how you cope with some people's comments. Because Justine, they're not even real people. There you go. You was on live eating your dinner last time I came, scrolled past, laughing face. How do you expect me to take that? You didn't come and say, hiya, Vicky. Evening, Vicky. Oh, God, Vicky, what are you eating tonight? What's for tea, Vicky? No, just, you was on live eating your dinner last time I scrolled past, laughing face. How do you want me to take it? Who's a liar, Safa? Safa, who's a liar? Enlighten me. A typical troll, no profile picture, no followers, no following. Have a word with yourself. Do better. Honestly. You're really embarrassing. Really embarrassing. Hi, Ruben. I thank you, Juju. P.S. Barry was in at tea time yesterday, probably. Wow. Yeah. I love a bit of crispy bacon. Just trying to get my protein in, is that alright? Honestly. You must have been earlier yesterday because tonight's late. I was on a Zoom because I work me, I've got a job. Can't beat the crunch on a bit of bacon, Tina. It's the fat round the sides that's the best bit. Barry doesn't know what he said, Chantal. Wow. I've got to honestly tell you, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. The most British meal I think we've had in a long time. The race, aren't they, Leslie? Oh. I'm done, babe. Now, is that alright that I've just told my husband that I'm done and I'm not going to clear my plate away? Is that alright, people? I'm just checking before I go and sit down. Just checking. Zor! Thank you so kindly for the perfume. Thank you. Oh, it's just a nasty bus today, Ellen. I think, has it been raining in the UK? I think. Do you know what I think the issue is tonight, guys? Shall I tell you what I think the issue is? I think, let me tell you a secret. I think they've all been and seen my content that I've loaded up today from being up at 4:30, 4:45 this morning with the most magnificent view of flamingos in front of where we live in. And then they've seen all my content that I've filmed today and put on. And it's all in a beautiful location with the sun shining. And I'm sat here looking fit as fuck. And I've got a suntan. And they're just so envious. Rather than going, do you know what, Vicky? Will you tell me how to do what you do? Because I want a bit of your life. And me going, course I will. Let's have a chat. They want to troll instead. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll say it again, and I say it all the time. 5.5 years ago, you didn't want my life when I was stuck in the bottom of a bottle of alcohol. But all of a sudden, when I've got my life back, and I'm smashing life, you're fucking coming for me. When are you going to understand that it does not affect me one iota, your opinion on me? The only people's opinions that matter to me is his my son, my daughter-in-law, my two besties, Nick and Whit. Other than that, I don't give a flying shit what anybody thinks of me. If you don't like me, fuck off, not bothered. Don't waste your energy in my chat if I'm not your kind of person. Don't waste your time in my chat if I'm not your kind of person, because you're never gonna get to me. Let's just evaluate the situation. Just look what you're looking at. If you're not gonna do better, go somewhere else, because you're not my kind of person. You're just not. And unfortunately, all as I can do, the only thing I can do is hope that you get better soon, because you're clearly unwell, because you cannot possibly ever feel the need to come for somebody that's smashing life. And all as you are is jealous. It's so ugly. Do better. Sue called me, I think she called me Ricky. I get Ricky and I get Nikki and I get all bloody sorts. But yeah, honestly guys, if I'm not your person, no hard feelings, off you pop. Because I get I'm not everybody's. I get I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I 100% understand that I am not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. I totally get it. There's a lot of people on this app that aren't my cup of tea. So do you know what I do? I go, oh, that's not for me. Oh, that's not for me. Oh, I like this one. I'll just sit here for a little. Hiya. How's your day been? I love that lipstick you've got on. You're looking really smart today. Have a lovely day. I'll catch up with you later. I've dropped you a follow. Oh, that's not for me. What's hard? What's hard about that? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So don't worry, sweetheart. I've been called far worse things than that. Far worse. What's that, Sam? While you was in another live before asking for mod, and you're coming in here like that. Can you imagine that being a mod? Exactly, Joe. Just scroll past. It's not hard. So, thank you so much, beautiful. Do you know what, Trudy? This app is really toxic. I've just been on a Zoom with another creator. I've just been on a work Zoom with another creator and one of the directors that I work with. And she doesn't really know much about TikTok. And me and this other person was chatting about like what we do and blah, blah, blah. And I said like, you know, you've got, you know, you can't let a troll affect you. Like, fucking hell, mate. If you knew the half of what I've been through in my life, I swear to God, there is nothing, zero, zilch, nada, that anybody could put in this chat that would affect me. Trust me, nothing. Ever. So for me, I stay in my own lane, I do my own thing, and that's it. And if you don't like me, then go somewhere else. Don't waste your time in my chat trying to get to me, because you're really not going to. I mean, just have a flick through my pictures and my videos. Just have a flick through them and just see where I've been in the last 6 months. And tell me what it is that you don't like about me. Because you seem to have a really, really, really bad issue with my lipstick, with my bingo wings. I paid fucking fortune for them. How cheeky. Because if you think you're going to get a rise out of me, and you actually think that you're going to bother me, then honest to God, you're absolutely not. I don't understand it. I don't understand the mentality of it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. All as you can do is wish them well and hope that they get better soon, because it is an illness. Jealousy and hate are illnesses. I bet you could get pipped for that actually, couldn't you? Could you get pip? Hey, guys, if you're in here trolling, see if you can get pip for that, because I think it's an illness. Because I'll tell you what, I'd hate to be that person, me. I would absolutely hate to be that person. Sad, innit? Can you imagine waking up in the morning and choosing to be that? Can you imagine having your life? Can you imagine, right, having a life where you're constantly thinking, who can I upset today? Who can I be nasty to today? Who can I go and bitch at? Who can I go and pull apart? Who can I go and do? Can you imagine that headspace? You'd be fucked, wouldn't you? Because when Queen, big love, thank you, beautiful. Because when I get up in the morning, I choose happiness and kindness. It's not fucking hard. We all have choices. Do you know what I mean? We all have choices. Big up life of a dipstick. Thank you very much for the positivity. We'll have all the positivities. You choose what you are. Nobody makes you that way. It's what you choose. I chose to pick a drink up every morning when I woke up to get through the day. I don't choose to do that anymore. I choose to get up in the morning, look in the mirror, tell myself I'm gorgeous and crack on with my day, living my best life. You've got the choices there, but the people that want to sit there and bitch and bully and pick on and troll and be... What is your life, man? Because do you actually look at your life and think you're fucking winning? Like, seriously think you're actually winning? Honestly. I've had my eyes open this week to trolls. I've had my eyes open. I never, ever, ever go in anybody's boxes about anything ever. Ever. And nobody on here can tell me that I have. But I will go in a box and defend one of my good friends and be there to support her like I did all day long. Because somebody who trolls other people has clearly got serious mental issues and you need to go and get better. And this app isn't for you. I was just honest, Amanda. I was just honest. I'm just honest. And I'll support her till the houses and the dogs and the cats come home. Houses, I meant the horses. Honestly. All day long. You'll never, ever, 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 a troll will never affect me. I have tried to have so many conversations with so many people about trolls. And it just over the head. Because if you let them affect them, they do not affect me. I do not go to bed at night or wake up in the morning thinking about something that a troll has sent me. I just absolutely don't. Absolutely don't. I'm a silent watcher and can always say you're a breath of fresh air. Thanks, Laura. And thank you for making a comment, beautiful. I appreciate you. Thank you, Joe. Anyway, what's your plans for tomorrow, guys? Oh, I'm just going to carry on living my best life, me, Chantal, but I think other people have got an issue with that, not me. I didn't see, but you always stick up for everyone. I will stand up for people where I believe it's right. I'm not going to go gossiping about somebody, but when the facts are there, facts and figures are there in front of you, the receipts are there, I'll stand by your side all day long, and nobody will ever tell me any different. You can only feel sorry for him. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. It's their issue, not yours. Exactly, Laura. Can't remember the lady's name. You go on lives. Bless her. She struggles with the trolls. Loads of people do, Trudy, but they don't me. I really felt for her. Yeah, I've spoke to her today. It's all good. Dog walk, wait for parcels. And mate, you lot put up with me. Oh, you listen, Bliss. I need to stop you right there. You don't have to make me put up with you. I choose to have you in my life. I don't put up with you. I choose to have you in my life. Please don't ever, ever underestimate what you mean to me. Ever. I choose to have you in my life. That's the difference. I really felt for Eliza. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm really not. I'm not even going to name names. Where am I from? Alabala bum bang ding dong doogie, I think, right now. I don't actually know where I'm from, where my name is. I don't know where I come from. Learned a lot about handling trolls from Arvik. Well, yeah, Kai, because listen to you. And what was I telling you when we met up in Turkey the other week? fuck are you bothered about what? Somebody? What are you bothered about? Somebody with a fake profile, with a fake picture? Why are you bothered about what they think of you? Who even are they? They're absolutely nobodies. Nobodies. Oh, you're waiting for your cue the label parcel. Exciting. Wait a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, Jason, I'll wait. I'll cry. It's the truth. I don't put up with you. I choose to have you in my life. There's a big difference there. Don't underestimate yourself, ever. Hi, Victoria. Hi, just dealing with my ex being horrible to me. Just cut him off. Just cut him off. Just block him. Get rid of it. I appreciate you more than you know. I appreciate all my mods and all my people and every single person in this room right now. Hi Vic, I was section 3 years ago. I'm now home and on the road, but watching you has got me through. Rachel, I love that. And I know we have chatted. So yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. My first stern talk with Vicky. Cowards that can't show the real. Exactly. You've got a really nice eyes. Oh, thanks, Frederick. Better and show me to be strong. You can be, Rach, all day long. Hi, Miss Lucy Lou. Thanks for the advice. Anytime. Just don't let them consume your life. Just use the block button. Don't get drawn back in. It'll just be a vicious circle. Round and round and round and round and round and round and round. And it was needing the right. We would be lost without you. We absolutely would. I'm also quite enabled to think you're a big inspiration. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Big love to you. Where are we off next? I don't know. I don't know that kind of information because I just rock up. Oh, bless her. So, yeah, my head's itching. It's warm in here. Same goes for you all. You have lives, everyone that watches comments. Exactly. Thank you. You need to be silent in here. Absolutely not. Have you heard from the lady that was in hospital last night? Just wondering how she is. The lady that was in hospital last night, Trudy, you got to give me more than that, sweetheart. I've slept, had about 75,000 Zooms. Uploaded and videoed about 20 pieces of content. I've got no fucking idea who you're talking about. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Step by step, you will get there, hunch. You will. You will, Rach. Just keep every day foot forward. Oh, Nat. No, I've not. No, I've not. In fact, I was just about to go for a wee, but she's there, so I've just requested her. I was just going to go for a wee and put you on my phone, swap over from this big rig, big. I don't think she's going to answer me. Right, where's my other phone? Where's my other phone? It's here. I'm just going to swap off this onto here, babe, that's all. Right, Nat's just ignored us. Oh, that's cold on my back. Nat's just ignored us, which doesn't mean anything. She'll be back in a minute. What I'm going to do, gang, is I'm going to literally... Don't go anywhere because I'm not going off and coming back on. I'm just swapping devices because I'm dead clever, me. Because Darren's shown me everything I needed to know.
We got home at 11 PM last night.
Sorry, Tay. Wait there, guys. Morning before last, he actually woke Darren up at 5:30 in the morning and wanted a wee and a poo, which is but he thinks he'd had a lot of seawater. He'd been in the sea a lot the day before, and sometimes it can make his stomach off if he drinks too much of it. Casper never gets his dad up, ever. He had him up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is just not like him. Casper in the morning, he's not a morning person. Like Darren can get up, he can come downstairs. No, I don't want anything. He can get up, he can come downstairs, he can make a brew, he'll bring a brew back up, get back in bed, play on his phone, and Casper will still be asleep down here. And then it can get to 10, 11 o'clock, and you're like, do you want to go out for a wee, lad? And he'll like look and stretch and then think, oh, go on, then I'll go and have a wee now. Like, and yeah, their routine, I'm used to their routine. I know their routine. I know what they do. It's just how they are. Yes, I guess our lives are quite routine because of how Darren is.
Yeah,
I'm
but
shocked. I'm shocked that we live the life we live with Darren being now diagnosed with autism, because it's a lot of change.
it's a change. Yeah, I was going to say it's change, isn't it? And it's not. It's not the
Pushes
same. It's not like being at home, is it?
No, we don't have a home. We don't have a house. Well, we do have a house.
But you know what I mean? It's not like being in the UK where you might be doing certain things. But I think I don't know. I find that it's it would be interesting to know more about it, because there's certain things Jeff does, like he'll line things up, or he'll do things in a certain order, or he'll get the coffee pot ready for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and those sorts of things drive me nuts. Oh my God, they drive me nuts. But I do think the big difference,
Why 3 o'clock in an afternoon?
whatever, it's just getting that sort of thing you do when you're 70, isn't it? You get like, you have a cup of tea at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon with a scone or something.
See, Danny's just said, no, that's because it's something that you do every day, so you just do it so you don't have to do it later.
Yeah, but that's why Jeff does it. But I see it as
Like
like
Darren would do it.
an anal thing. I see it as really anal. It's like, oh my God, stop it.
I mean,
Like,
what happens when you wake up in the morning, you come downstairs and your tablets are laid out, your patches are laid out, your lipstick and your lip liner's laid out, your bottle of water's laid out, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, I'm 52, love, not fucking 192. But he does it because he really genuinely like, if I go upstairs now, my pajamas will be laid out on the bed for me. Like,
no, Jeff's he's not like that. He doesn't do that.
yeah, my pajamas will be laid out on the bed for me, because that's what he does every night. He lies my pajamas out on the bed for me. Like, there's certain things that he does.
How do you know that that's not Darren anyway? Because there might be men or women that might do that for their partners. Like Molly's just said, Jeff's obsessed with the dishwasher. Yes, he is, but he always was obsessed with the dishwasher. It's just that now he gets more obsessed. So if you go on holiday, I have to talk to him in the car on the way back and say to him, you are not going straight in that dishwasher the minute you get in, because normally that's what he does. He'll walk straight in, he'll open the dishwasher to check whether the girls have stacked it properly, and then it causes an argument because a plate's not in the right place, or a spoon's not in the right slot, or like, so it drives me mad. So I have to tell him to not do that in advance, otherwise he'll go and do it. It's really irritating. But I think with Jeff, it's like I said, it's different, because the brain can change and it can adapt, and it has changed and it has adapted. But I think we've just had some really near to the mark stuff that I would not show to protect Jeff's dignity, because I think it's not fair. It wouldn't be fair.
Darren's just asked the question, did he have these traits before? I just asked Joe that, and no, he didn't.
Thank you, Tracy.
I mean,
yeah, he wasn't particularly sort of like, he was quite routine. Jeff's always very much like, don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today. That's how Jeff is, and he's still like that now. Thank you, Tish. And he's very sort of like, when he used to go to work, if he had his day planned and then work messaged him and said, I need you to go here, and that wasn't on his plan, like he couldn't, it's not like he couldn't cope with it, but
he just said, no, don't. He said,
that's what I mean. So, like, really, everything that Jeff displays now is everything that Jeff ever was, but it's just a bit more magnified, or quite a lot more magnified now.
He might have already had trait. He might have done, I don't know. Like, I genuinely, I've been talking to some people in my team about this the last few weeks. Like, I genuinely believe I've got ADHD. The more I'm getting older and the more things I'm doing and the more things I'm watching and reading and I do think I've got ADHD. I really do. I really do think I've got ADHD. I'd known Darren before we met a new Darren, but I never knew Darren as being, I think he's autistic or out like that. Never for years did I think he were. And it was only really when his brother got diagnosed, I had a lot of involvement. He's got an older brother. David's 3 years older than us, and I'm David's appointee. I got David's diagnosis. David's got the best life ever now, living his best life. He owns an apartment. He has carers that go in. He's absolutely living his best life, is David now. And then Darren started questioning himself. They've got a younger brother who's not diagnosed but is. At least one of the parents 100% is. And then he started questioning himself. And thinking like why he does certain and we just said, let's just get a diagnosis. What does it matter? You're still my D.
Yeah.
Different. You just make.
I think
You might
as
just make. He understands himself more. He understands
think
why he does them things now.
I think that's the key thing, because you know it can really affect your mental health if you're questioning yourself day in and day out, like why am I like this? Because if you've been like it for years but you know you're a little bit different to everybody else, like you wonder if that's just you or whether it's actually something organic going on that is not you but it is you, if you know what I mean. Thank you, Janie. And I think
he's mad. He's mad because like he's no different now to what he was when we met. In fact, he's a lot more. He's a lot more out of himself than what he was. But I'm also a lot quieter than what I was. Like people used to say, you know, you're really good for each other. Like you bring him out and he brings you down. He doesn't. You're not as high as what you were used to be all the time. You're a lot calmer. Than he's a lot more out of his shell and that. But yeah, like he's got a heart of gold and he'll do absolutely anything for me, like anything. But the things that he does are like, I know if I go upstairs and I'll put pajamas on the bed. I know when I say, right, I'm going up and I'll go for a wee, he'll go upstairs, he'll put my hot water bottle in the bed for me. Like, he'll make sure there's a bottle of water next to the bed for me. He'll make sure my charger's next to the bed for me. Like, I don't have to do it because it's just done, because that's just what he does. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but don't forget he'll also eat the shitty, hairy, gritty bacon off the floor for you as well.
Got the dog hairs on it, even though he cleaned the floor up earlier. But do you know what? For me, it doesn't matter with or without a diagnosis. He's my D, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. But he now understands himself more. He now understands himself more, and he now understands why he does the things that he does. And it's very rare that you'll hear that we fell out. Like sometimes I know I can be a bit sharp, but I think sometimes that's pressure that I put on myself because of situations and work, anything, trying to get content out for when it needs to be out for brands and just all sorts of stuff. And I can be quite like frustrated because I'm trying to do a piece of content that I can't do, or it's not right. And he's fucking about with a light, like, and I'm like, just hold the light. And I don't mean it like nastily. It's more, just hold the light, just hold it still. Do you know what I mean?
Well, do you think there's an element of that being a man thing as well, though, that kind of thing? Because I remember years ago, my dad was helping my then husband at the time decorate my lounge, and I wanted some wallpaper on the walls, and me and my mum went out for the whole day with the kids, and thank you, Janie, and literally as women I just assumed that it was only half a wall, so I assumed it wouldn't take obviously too long to do a very small living room. I came back, there wasn't one sheet of like paper up on the walls because they'd literally spent the whole time working out how they were going to do it. Like, I'm not joking you, honestly. And Jeff will get a job done, but he's always been the sort of person that he'll look at it for half an hour before he actually does anything. Whereas I would just dive straight in, try and do it straight away, and I'll probably get it wrong, but I'm doing something. I can't stand wasting time.
I'm like that. I can't stand wasting time. I've got no patience, and I make no secret of it. I've got no patience.
But I just can't. Yeah, I just have to be doing.
No, I've not got any patience. I'm terrible.
Yeah, Ian was saying in here, men are more kind of like planners, like they're more kind of preparing and planning, whereas we tend to, I don't look at the instructions, I just go, I know, fuck it, I know what I'm doing, I'll just go straight in.
I mean, a prime example is the trip home. So we are leaving, obviously we left Turkey, we've stayed here for 2 weeks, we're obviously heading back home over the next couple of weeks. To me, I know when we're on the ferry, I know when the dog is at the vet, because you have to have your dog, has to have had its worming done 24 hours to 4 days before you get on the ferry. So Casper goes to the same place in Germany and he gets his worming done there, usually 24, 36 hours before we get over to the ferry. So, like, I know the way we're going, and I don't care where we're going, how we do, and where we go or anything. The only thing is we need to make sure that we're through Serbia in a day. That's it. It's the only stipulation I've got in the next 1,500 miles is get through Serbia in a day, because I have a terrible issue with it. Long story. Anyway, we use an app called Park for Nights, and that's what we've used, and we're probably doing pretty much the same route we've done for the last 3 years anyway, so we more or less know where we're going to stay. So Darren yesterday, it took him all day, 4, 5, 6 hours of working out how he was going to go, what day he was going to do what, where we were going to go, where we were going to park up. Now normally when we're on our way, he'll go find us somewhere about half an hour. So I go on my phone, I go on to Park for Nights, I look, I go, that looks all right, let's go there. Right, yeah, come off at the next junction, turn left, and we get there, and I go, oh no, I don't like it here, let's go to the next one. Yeah, just go down this road, 2 mile, turn right, and there's another one there. Oh yeah, oh no, this is nice, we'll stay here. And that's how we do it. And that's how we've done it for the 5 years we've been travelling, like, van life. No, Darren yesterday has got where we're going to be, at what day, exactly where. I mean, there might be 20 places within a 2 mile radius where you can park up, but Darren's chose the one we're going to. But if we get to that one and it's not right, then what do we do?
Well, will he change though? Can he flexibly change, or will that stress him out?
Do you know what? One of the only stipulations, which is an absolute no negotiable part of it, is if we rock up to a park up and one of us isn't 100%, then we go. And that is a non-negotiable. It's very rare it happens. It's happened when we've got somewhere and we've both gone, and he's gone, nah, come on, let's try somewhere else. We've gone somewhere. It's very, very, very rare that we've ever actually got somewhere and one of us has been all right and one of us hasn't. We usually both have the same feeling, but that's a non-negotiable. So if we get somewhere and it's not right because it's not enough off the road, or it's just a dirt track at the end of a farmer's field, or it's not a proper, whatever it might be, then we'll go somewhere else. But then Darren struggles, like.
The thing is, I haven't picked places that are going to stop at. I've just picked on the road.
That we've already stayed at previously. Yeah, because you want to go to the monk's place and you want to go to this. We're not going to Hungary now, we're going a different way.
I've picked places where we've been before. I haven't picked anywhere in particular, just a rough general vicinity because otherwise they're not going to the.
It does his head in. Did you hear what he said? Could you hear what he was saying? So he's picked the general vicinity as where we're going. Huh? That's what?
Not going to hear that.
No, but you've already decided. No, maybe not the time, but you know where we're going to be and how many hours you're going to be driving for and how many miles you've got to do that day, roughly. He drives himself mad with it, so he just tries not to.
What we call it.
Self-sabotage.
Sabotaging himself by not being specific.
He's a lot better. That's what I mean. Like, he's a lot better than he used to be. Like, he's a lot better than he used to be.
Yeah.
But just there's all sorts of things that he does, and like I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to just think of an example because it's just our life now, and I just know that that's how he is. So I just let him go with it. But yeah, he's very. Yeah, it's like if we have stayed at a park up before. And we're going near that area again. He wants to go to that park up because he knows that that's all right. He doesn't want to go and have a look at any of the others. We'll just go there, and then he'll get that in his head, and then he gets fixated on that. And then I'm like, well, can we not just go and have a look at this one? Because I sometimes challenge him.
Thank you, Emma.
Just to challenge him.
Yeah.
He can think differently, to make his brain try and think differently.
Yeah, see someone else's opinion on something, because it's hard, but it is hard because it's like when you're in the middle of an argument. I don't even know why I do it really, but if we have an argument and I'm trying to tell Jeff that that I say he's wrong, but is he wrong? Because we all have different opinions. But in my eyes, he's wrong, and that shouldn't have happened, or we should have approached it differently. You can't get anywhere. But then before the brain injury, you wouldn't have got anywhere anyway because you're in the middle of an argument. So when someone's pissed you off, you're not going to see their point of view, even if you know they're right. You're still going to stick your heels in and say no, you're not. So some of it is hard because I'm the sort of person that wants to go and I want to sort it out. I just want to sort it out there and then. And Jeff's the sort of person that would have, if it was really bad argument, not that it happened very often, but he would have had to go out for a walk or just have a bit of him time and give it a couple of hours before like he said anything. Whereas in that time, I'm like chewing my nails because I need to sort it out now. So like we're very different like that.
We're very different, but the other way around.
Yeah.
Like if I see my ass, then just leave me alone. Just leave me alone because I need to calm myself down. I need you to just go and do whatever you want to go and do, but don't be in my area. Don't be in my space. I need my time. I'm going to go and sit outside. I'm going to have myself a cup of coffee and I'm going to chill, okay? But I don't want to talk to you right now, but he wants to sort, and I can't because my head's gone at that point. It's very rare, and honestly, I'm not just saying this. It's very rare where we actually have an argument. It is so rare.
Yeah.
It's unreal because we just don't.
No, and that's the thing, isn't it? That's when you know I suppose you've got that good sort of solid relationship because we never used to really argue much at all. And if we did, it was only really a difference of opinion about the kids because Jeff is he's the kid's stepdad. So, you know, being a step parent is hard enough in itself, isn't it? You'll know that. But
He's Colby's stepdad, yeah.
Yeah, so you understand that it is hard in itself, and then you chuck brain injury into the mix on top of that, and you're like, fucking hell, you're in a totally different world.
It's a completely different world. But yeah, it is mad. Like for me, when he got the diagnosis, it's made absolutely no difference to me. I mean, I would just take the mix sometimes. I do, he'll go, that's because of my disability, and he starts laughing like we'll just take the mic because it's nothing. He's still my D, and he always will be. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think it helps you. It probably gives you a little bit more insight, like because you're on social media as well. Like your ears prick up a little bit more. Maybe listen to other people's experiences of autism because you've now got that diagnosis, so you're a little bit more connected to it and it's more relative to you, so it helps you probably understand.
With David in our lives, and like I always say, like Colby can sort himself out, Darren can sort himself out. As long as my David's all right, then everybody else is all right. As long as David, because David is my priority. Because when Darren asked me to try and help him to get some help to get David out of the situation that he was in and get him a diagnosis and blah, blah, blah. David was 47 when he was diagnosed with autism and a learning disability. And he literally, honestly, that man has changed so much. And I am very proud to say that I am responsible for David's lifestyle now. Like, I fought in front of a panel for David was not being given 15 minutes care in the morning, 15 minutes, I don't know what package, how many hours is he entitled to, and blah, blah, blah. And I fought that, like really fought that, and got David the package that David has now got so that David can live in the community. David has got he has got a say in the world. He is a human being. He isn't just some feral thing that lives in a bedroom. He's an actual person, and he has a life now, and he has a bloody good life, and I'm very responsible for all of that. And I'm very proud that I'm responsible for that. So I do take it very, very seriously about taking David away from the situation that he was in and making his life so much better. And anybody that knows me in real life will know what David means to me. He will know, anybody does, because David is like, I'd do more for David than I would for Darren and Colby, and that sounds really bad. but I would, because he is literally, he's older than us, but he's my responsibility, and I take that as well. And when I say it's my responsibility, like, I would never go, like, I could go on his banking. I went on his banking earlier today to check his banking. I go on it once every couple of weeks, and it's just because he's got a card that works. He doesn't know how the money gets there. He doesn't know what he does with it. He doesn't know anything about it. We have a card that works when he goes anywhere. He doesn't understand how all his bills get paid, because I just do. Remind me tomorrow we need to, I was meant to do it in January. I've had a reminder today, it's just reminding me. He needs a water reading. I've just remembered again. So I deal with everything to do with David. I deal with everything from his carers hours to hospital appointments to anything. David lives his life quite freely now with support in the community, which is amazing. And I just wish that there was a lot more people in the world like me that did that for people like David more, because a lot of the autistic community, especially around where we live, a lot of them are just kind of just been left to their own devices. And
yeah, but I think a lot of people don't, it's the trouble is you've got to fight so hard for things, and a lot of people either can't or don't have that support, or don't have that knowledge or the patience or the will. Like, there's so many people that don't. It
took me years to fight for David. It took me years to fight for him and to get what he deserved. That man wasn't known. That man wasn't known. Nobody knew who he was. He was just a number on a bloody. He never went to the doctors. He never went to the dentist. He never went to anything and nothing. And it's as if he literally left school and fell off the face of the earth, and nobody ever asked anything about him again. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, who's this David McFarlane? Oh, who's this David McFarlane? It was bizarre behaviour, bizarre. I mean, the situation he was in has a lot to do with it, but thankfully now he's living a very independent. He has a better social life than us. He's here. That he has something on every day, every couple of days. He has again. He's autistic. He has a schedule, and that's it. You can't say to David, David, I'll nip round on Tuesday. Oh, I can't. You can't come Tuesday. I'm at Green Crew. I'm like, well, yeah, but that's in the day. I'll see you on Tuesday night. Yeah, but I'm at Green Crew. You can't come on Tuesday. And you're like, no, David, it's at night time, but he can't, because on a Tuesday, that's what he does. So
can't cope with
and you've also got the learning disability side of David as well. So it's not just his autism. David's got a learning disability as well, and the two together can be quite challenging.
What is it that makes him more vulnerable? Is it the learning disability or the autism?
Ooh, what would you say? What would you say makes David more vulnerable? His autism or his learning? It's his learning disability, isn't it? His learning disability would make him more vulnerable.
When I say that, because obviously it depends where people are on the spectrum, but I know a friend of mine she had 6 children, and the last one was really severely autistic. And he went to a special school. He couldn't go to a state school,
Darren did, Casper did, David did. So David went to special school, and the younger brother went to special school. Darren's the middle brother, and he went to mainstream. However, I'm laughing because he tells everybody this. He was in the remedial class, and he said, I don't know why it wrote out on the pavement in big letters, remedial, where we all had to stand up. He said, and we couldn't even spell what our class was called.
That's so bad though, isn't it, when they call it that? I remember
but he would say, I was in the remedials. I mean, it's a terrible word.
I don't even like special, when you say special school, special needs. I don't like it. I don't.
And it's like when I talk, I mean, how old are you, Joe?
Brilliant. I'm nearly 54.
Right, so there's not much. I'm thinking I was 52 last week, so there's not much between us. But so when I was at school, we had a remedial. Ours was called the unit.
Yeah.
Like we'd say the things that we would say as children, because the unit used to make flapjacks and shortbreads in a morning, and at morning break you could go. I can't even tell. I'm not going to say the word that we used to use. We're going to go to the unit to go and get our flapjacks or our shortbreads, whatever it was we were going to go and get. And they used to make them in the morning for morning break, but it was actually called the unit. I'm sorry, like,
Yeah.
how was that allowed?
Yeah.
Because that is an awful thing.
Oh, it's
to
terrible when you
think
look back.
who are the same
look
age as
back.
you, who aren't as clever as you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, it's not even that long ago. Like when my daughter was at school and she was in a class, and I can't remember what lesson it was now, but there was a woman in there that was just awful. The teacher was awful, and she actually said, I mean, she's only 23, so she only left school like 7 years ago, and I think she was 15 at the time, and the teacher was trying to organise the classroom, and she stood there with a ruler, and she was pointing to them, and she went, right, smart, stupid, smart, stupid, smart, stupid. So splitting them into smart and stupid, I went absolutely ballistic. I think she actually got sacked and lost her job, because I went to parents' evening and she was sat there next to the head of that department. And I'd already spoken to the head of that department about it, and I actually went mental. I thought, oh my God. I mean, years ago, maybe you might have got away with that years ago, and we might not have thought too much of it.
Well, you would, because when you think, like, oh, I'm in the remedial, you wouldn't call somebody that was less education-related, or whatever you want to call it, than yourself.
Related.
A remedial. It's an awful word to use.
Yeah, it is.
So how on earth why would you call a class of people the remedials? It's an awful word to use.
But it was just a word that we used then, wasn't it? It was just a normal word. You didn't think
When I think back to what we used to call the unit and the people that went to it, that was in the unit.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Honestly, I couldn't consider it the crap they called them.
It's awful.
But it was just literally, that's just what it was then. And it's like, I don't talk about my ex-husband very much. It leaves a very bitter taste in my mouth. But he was left-handed. He is 9 years older than me, so he would be 60 something now, whatever it is. I don't even know. But basically, because he was left-handed, he was made to sit on his left hand and forced to write with his right hand. Now that isn't that long ago.
Right. It's terrible.
He was made to sit on his left hand, and they made him write with his right hand because he was left-handed. And if he didn't, and he was caught, he'd get the ruler whacked across his knuckles. I mean, if I got hold of him now, I'd whack the fucking ruler around his head a few hundred times. Anyway, that's a different story. But yeah, if he was caught writing with his left hand, he'd get his knuckles rattled with the ruler.
But it was seen more as a disability, wasn't it, if you were left-handed? So it was like they were forcing you to use your right hand because that's not normal. But honestly, the things that used to go on that we considered okay, we never questioned. I never questioned that. I can remember teachers. I remember being at school. I always remember this. I don't remember loads, but I remember this kid that used to be in our class. He didn't even really do anything that bad, but we had this maths teacher called Mr. Safi, and he was only little, and this boy must have been messing about one day. He picked him up. He literally picked him up, turned him upside down, and swung him by his ankles, like in the front of everybody in the classroom. And I thought to myself, like, then it was funny, like we laughed. But it's always stuck in my mind because obviously I know now that was so wrong and you couldn't get away with that now. But it's absolutely disgusting. He would lock people in the cupboard for being naughty and stuff. It was awful. Like I can't remember what my kids, when my kids were at school, they had a block, a bit like you were describing. They had a block where the people that weren't so good in class would go over into this block, but I can't remember what the block was called.
Ours was called the unit, Darren's was called the remedials. Yeah. It's terrible.
Hi, Mum.
It is.
Yeah, it's terrible because it really separates society, doesn't it? Like, and that's why I don't like it.
Darren said, yeah, but there was 1 and 2. Was one worse than the other? He's laughing here. Did you hear what he said?
What would you say?
He said as he was laughing, some were just more remedial than the other.
So was 1s or 2s more remedial?
Which one was the more remedial? One. Which one were you in? What? He's laughing at you. Honestly, he can't even remember. Honestly, he does. He laughs. But yeah, well, we don't. We don't like. I would never. I never pull him up about it. And to me, it's just Darren. It's just how he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't think like me, but I don't think like you, and you don't think like her, and she don't think. We all think differently. It doesn't mean it's right and it's wrong. It's just different.
Yeah.
And we are just different, and that's all right.
I think society teaches us that it's wrong to be different. I think that's the problem. It's a bit like, when we you're raised, aren't you, to have cereal or toast for breakfast, but actually if you go to Italy or Spain or anywhere like that, they'll have hams and meats and fruits and all of that kind of thing. And when you go on holiday, that's normal, but you wouldn't do it here. Some people might, but in general, like, we still stick to the good old cereal and toast, don't we, in the morning? It's like, we have to
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
You wouldn't have sausages and mash up for breakfast, would you? But why is that? It's because we've been conditioned that sausage and mash is for dinner, isn't it? Like, it's just how we're conditioned. It's what society says we do.
It's weird. It's weird how we are. It is. And I do believe that we are all different. I am very intrigued to get a bit deeper in this with you and Jeff. More the fact of how since his injury, Jeff's condition has given autistic traits out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I find that fascinating.
Yeah, and it'd be good.
Is that part of his brain that is the same part that an autistic person's part is autistic? Does that make sense?
I don't know what part of the brain makes somebody more likely to have autism. I'm not sure, but all I know with Jeff is that because he's got a massive amount of brain damage, but his frontal lobe is damaged. So the frontal lobe makes you who you are. So it's like the chief executive of your brain. It makes you think, feel, behave, all of those things. It makes you your personality. So without that, you would be nothing. It makes you the individual, makes you different from Darren, and everybody else is different.
Yeah, Kai's in the chat. Kai's medical. He's one of my friends.
Yeah.
Frontal and temporal.
Yeah.
Is that two parts of the brain?
Yes, that's different parts of the brain.
Right.
So the frontal lobe is where your filter is. It's where your social interaction.
Hasn't got one of them. And David definitely doesn't have one of them. David, listen, I could make your toes curl at some of the situations David's got me in, and the things that have come out of his mouth. And honestly, I've wanted to open up and swallow me.
See, Jeff lost his filter. He did lose his filter when he had the stroke, but he is pretty good now. The only thing I'd say about Jeff now is that he swears a lot, but he always did swear a lot. He always swore a lot. But the difference with Jeff now is that he doesn't know when it's appropriate and when it's not appropriate to swear. So he could meet the king and shake his hands, and if he drops out on the floor, he'd go, oh, fucking hell, he just would, because that's just who he is. And he'll be in a supermarket and there might be kids around and he'll still swear. But Jeff wouldn't have done that before, obviously, but now that's the only difference I would say now.
Both are responsible for different behaviours. Oh, right, okay. Yeah,
But I think what we should do is definitely do a night or an hour of a night where we talk about it, because I think lots of people would be interested in it and have lots of things in common, and it might help a lot of people.
Definitely will. Yeah, right. And this is the most randomest question that I'm going to ask you right now, because I've got absolutely no idea in the world where you live. But are you anywhere near Gatwick Airport?
No, we're about 2 hours away from Gatwick Airport.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That was a random thing that I just asked you then, and that was really random. It's just like I've known a couple of weeks, that's all, and I was just literally like,
I don't know how many miles it is from us, but it's definitely probably about hour and 40 to
Right, well, it's been lovely as always.
Yeah, thank you.
In a bit.
Yes,
Enjoy
I'll
the rest of your evening.
yeah, Angie, I'll catch up with you maybe tomorrow.
See you later.
All right then.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was an interesting conversation, wasn't it? Thank you, Ruth, for all the shares. That was a very interesting conversation, wasn't it, guys? Very interesting. Isn't it mad though how I never realised that there would be similarities. I can't say that word. Similarities between a brain injury and autism. And there definitely is. Very interesting and insightful, especially when so many can relate. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, do you know what interested me? The fact that she said, "Do you want to put the heating back on?" No, she didn't say that. I want to put my jacket. It's just gone really cold. Do you know what I found really fascinating? The fact that Jeff didn't have them tendencies before. Thank you for the heart, May. He didn't have them tendencies before, but he's got them now. And it makes you wonder whether he did actually have them before, but they just weren't as severe. I don't know if severe is the right... Severe. Oh, I'm tired, guys. Can you tell I'm tired? I've been up since early. Tired. Whether they were just not as severe previously to what they are now. Do you get what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? Did he have them tendencies before, but they just were suppressed and they weren't really there? But since his brain injury, it's just become more prominent. I'd say they weren't as prominent. That's exactly what I just said then. Snap, Chelsea, snap. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Did he already have them? But he just suppressed them, maybe. I've always wondered about him, but I wasn't too sure myself. But I do get where you're coming from. Yeah, you don't look out for it, but I would guess from working with brain injury, it comes out since, yeah, same with SDHD, that part of the brain struggles. No, of course he didn't. She said he always swore. Yeah, she said he always swore, and she said he always had the obsession with the dishwasher, but it does make you wonder whether he might have had a bit. You've got to remember, right, guys, you've got to remember, and I remember this, not with Darren, but with David's diagnosis. I was there with him when they diagnosed him, and they said that the spectrum is huge, and you can be here on the spectrum, be autistic, and then you can be all the way over here on the spectrum and be autistic, because autism is such a huge scale. So they don't have Asperger's, because what I found really strange is David was diagnosed about before COVID, 5 years plus ago. David was diagnosed with COVID. David was diagnosed with his, and that's when they told me that the scale was huge, and you can be autistic here and all the way to here and everything in between. Now, when I need to remember which one's my husband and which one's my brother-in-law. When Darren was diagnosed, which was around, when was it? September, October time. When did you get it? When did we have that appointment? I don't know who this is.
I know I've requested you like 3 times and I never do that, but it's
You know what?
because
I've been talking, I've been chatting.
I'm in the motorhome and I was like, I don't know if Vicky's in her motorhome, but I'm in mine, so I want to see if she's in hers. But you're not, are ya?
We're in Greece.
I know, because I know you were in Turkey, weren't you?
Yeah, we left Turkey 2 weeks ago because we'd done our
And
night.
then I see you travelling, and then I didn't know where you'd gone after that.
We're in an amazing villa in Greece that we've been in for 2 weeks, but Sunday we leave here. So we're heading back to the UK. We've got to be back in the UK by April. So we're heading our way back up. So where are you at?
I'm in an industrial state on my own outside my race teams.
Why?
Who is it?
So I do motor racing. I'll just quickly show
Right.
you. I do motor racing. So I literally today have towed. There's a bit of a story about it. It's on my wall. I won't go into it. It's a bit of an emotional one. I have oh, where's the sticker guy? I have literally towed my dad's race car, basically. I'm just finding it so I can quickly show you. So I'm used to towing, but not in the motorhome.
Oh my God. So you've towed that on the back of the motorhome?
Yeah, so and we've got it's a 6-berth motorhome and
Yeah.
a trailer with a race car on the back.
Oh my God, I love it.
So I've towed before on a pickup truck, but not on my motorhome.
And
So I was pretty scared. But I got it. I only had to go in a straight line. I was like, once I got here, I was like, guys, if you're going to expect me to like reverse it and park it and put it in this little nook and cranny, then
get it?
like I can do it in the motorhome, but not with a bloody trailer on the back.
No. So you're
Yeah.
there on your own?
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I've like hooked the seat belts round the door handle and into the sockets.
God's sake.
I'm all right. I'm outside my race team, so I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine.
No, I've got the alarm on in the front part as well. What motorhome have you got?
Well, we've got a Bailey Adamo 2024.
Oh, they're like the A class, aren't they?
I think I've got a clue where it is. I don't even know.
Like, you get like different classes. Like this is an Eldest 196. So it's like a 6-berth, but there's like stages. Mine's like in the stage below.
Ours was a 4-berth. Ours is a 4-berth, but ours was up for sale. We had a load of messing about with it, a load of time wasters. Then we put it in to do a raffle. Then everybody was going to help me. There was all these content creators that were all going to help, and none of them did. It was just a fucking nightmare. And then it didn't sell enough tickets. I mean, to be fair, the girl who won it was absolutely thrilled to bits because she got 11 grand's worth of cash for a £10 ticket.
Yeah.
She got 11 grand. She was absolutely buzzing.
Wow.
So then we stuck with it. So the motorhome has been in storage in Yorkshire since October, and we're in a motorhome in the camper. So, but because we sold our caravan at the end of the season because we were having work done at the campsite, we said, well, we'll just sell it because we're going to get a new one anyway. But now we're coming back and we've not really got anything to move into because I want to go and have a look round at caravans because I don't know what caravan I want. So we're going to have to come back and move into the motorhome for a couple of weeks or a month or so until we can find the caravan that I want, and then move into the caravan and then sell the motorhome. It's a bit of a long-winded.
You prefer the caravan then because you've got the vehicle.
So the caravan will just stay on site, so that it'll stay there for the whole season. So when we leave in October, the van will just stay there, and then it'll come back. We'll come back with it. Then we'll be back next year. So because that's what we do. We do 6 months traveling and 6 months in the UK on the campsite. But we've got the camper now, and we love the camper. We love the fact that we can get places quicker. We can get down to places that we've not been able to get to before. It's going to be interesting going home because we're going to be going to different places that we've ever been to before. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, it's just completely different being in a camper van to a motorhome. Completely different. Completely.
Yeah.
Like I've not got the home comforts of the motorhome. But I do absolutely love the coziness and the snuggliness of the camper. So it's got a lot of pros and cons. It's worlds apart. It's like somebody said to me.
It's nice
Say again.
It's nice because you've tried everything and you've got different things for different what you want to do. Honestly,
the motorhome was absolutely perfect for what we did. We moved out of a 4-bedroom house into a motorhome, and it was amazing. And we had 2 amazing years in it. And now we want to buy a bigger, better caravan to live in on site and have our day van to go off for a few days here, there and everywhere all over the country. We can get there quicker. We can spend more time there because when you're driving from the UK to Turkey in a motorhome, you can't go over 50 miles an hour because it starts rattling. It's just not cost effective. There's loads of reasons why you can't. So it takes you another third of a time longer to get there. There's places where you want to go and you can't get there in a motorhome. You just can't get your motorhome around to them places. If you are somebody who likes to go on campsites, then a motorhome's great. If you were somebody who likes to wild camp like we do, then a camper van's better for that. So there's a lot of pros and cons, and there is no right and wrong. Like, I'm not going to say, oh God, I'm so glad to see the back of the motorhome because it was X, Y, and Z. No, it was amazing. We absolutely fucking loved it. But now I'm over the motorhome and I'm quite happy with the camper. It's a completely different way of living.
Yeah, and it's nice though that so before I got this, so it's, long story short, I used to race with my dad. Me, my brother, and my dad all used to race. Sadly, I lost my dad, and it was on the racetrack.
Oh shit!
So, yeah, racing is a massive. I've got a disability as well, so it's really important that I keep doing it. It was like there's a little documentary. Like I'll give it a little share to you because it talks about like the racing and stuff. So I have to it's my dad's race car that's on the back. I'm going to drive it tomorrow for the first time, and obviously like he passed away in it, so. It's a massive thing for me, but I've got to do it because I'm having issues with my race car because it's been adapted for me, but I'm slowing it. And I used to be like, I'm the only girl and I used to do really well. Thank you for the heart, me. I used to do really well. So I've taken a step back and it's really affected me. But because I used to do the racing with my dad, we used to go and stay in like Premier Inns and stuff. It was always a Premier Inn. He used to tow one of the cars. And we've done like motorhome holidays around America and stuff and absolutely loved it. Like we've done like 3 different trips around America in motorhomes. And I used to be like, oh, Dad, it'd be great if we had a motorhome. And the day before it happened, he was like, sell your American truck and sell this and get a motorhome. And go and do it if you want to do it. So obviously, as soon as that happened, I didn't want to stay in those same hotels and be the same. And my mum be in a room and me be in a room. Like it was just, hi, Shelley, babe. Do you know what I mean? So I've done it, and this like I got this from inheritance, so it's a big story, isn't it? Like I don't want to get upset, but it's weird because I love the racing, but obviously it's got such a big cloud over it. But at the same time, it's like in this documentary talks about me, it changed my life. So, and the motorhome, like he said to me the day before, go and get a motorhome. So here I am. I love it. It's so cozy and. Like, you know what it's like when you're in and you shut all the things down and it's all warm and you got your bed and it's like, it's home from home wherever you go, isn't it?
It is, yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah. It is, and I think like for us when we moved out of our house and we moved into a motorhome, it was a bit like, oh my God, this is like so huge. Like, but we had so much stuff, but it's like everything we had was stuff. And what we've realised, this is like our 4th year we're coming into now, we're doing this. This is like, stuff is stuff, but like what we've done in the last 3.5 years have made so many memories that like if I died tomorrow, nobody could ever say I didn't live my best life.
No, exactly.
Nobody could ever say.
It is when I watch you, I'm like, when I see you on the road and stuff, I'm like, like it's just so nice. And I never, because I don't often stay in campsites, I obviously stay at the circuit. I need to do more and go and use it in other times, but racing just takes over. I do it like every 3 to 4 weeks. So I only see a lot of circuits. I stay in the circuits, but like a couple of times when I first like hired them and stuff, we stayed in some because the drives were a bit long and my mum won't drive it. It's just up today I'm on my own, but she used to come all the time. But we stopped at some campsites and stuff and they're amazing. Like some we've been to have got like little craft, like little like on-site craft fair like studios and like they're just and they're beautiful. Literally.
You'll have to come up to us, you'll have to have a drive. Where are you? Where are you based?
I'm based normally in Hertfordshire.
Right, okay.
But I travel like obviously with the racing I travel everywhere.
See, where are you? So right, so you literally go all over the country.
Yeah. I go to Wales, I go down towards Portsmouth, I go up to Hull, Darlington.
Well, next time you go Darlington way, you'll have to come in for a couple of days.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome. I'll drop you a message. I'll look at the calendar. I'll look at the calendar and like I'll send it to you and you might be able to, you might go, oh, we're near that one or we're near that one. I do all the big Silverstone, Donington, Brands Hatch. I do all the big circuits. So,
Wow,
but yeah, if
God.
anyone ever wants to come, drop me a message and I'll get you tickets and stuff. Like,
Oh my God,
you
that's
should do
amazing.
that in the camper
Yeah, that'd be
in
good
the
fun.
summer. Like, it is. It's really nice in the summer at the track. Like, the atmosphere is lovely.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
So,
Oh, the only reason why I didn't accept you is because I was chatting. I had Joe. Me and Joe were just chatting. So that's why I was like, I saw
yeah,
you.
no,
I'll go back to her in a minute.
I know, and it was just because I do often come live when I'm in this, but I've literally been live like less than 10 times since October. Like, I've had loads of stuff going on and that. And I was sitting here and like, obviously TikTok don't send you out when you've not been live. Like, so I'll say of like 5, 6. And then I was like, oh my God, Vicky's on. And I wonder if she's in her motorhome. And like, I just got to join her. But obviously, and now you said it, I saw you the other day with some beautiful weather somewhere. And I should have known that you weren't
In Greece.
back in your motorhome.
My
Yeah.
back's feeling a bit hot. It's been really warm here today. My back's feeling it, I'll tell you. But yeah,
You're
no,
looking good.
just come and give me a message whenever. And if ever I'm on when you're on, just always give me a request. I'll always accept you as long as I'm not doing
Yeah.
something. Are you with me? Like I
Yeah.
said,
No,
was
I
literally
never
just on
ever
TikTok.
request more than once. But I was like, before I get off, I just want to see if Vicky's there just quickly. I
Listen,
knew you'd come and
if you
like,
request, if you
I knew
if
you'd
you
come and
request
shout me.
yeah, if you request me 2 or 3 times, if I'm busy, if I'm cooking tea, I don't tend to
Yeah.
I don't tend to accept anyone. And
Yeah,
like
I wondered if you were
we're just
cooking.
chatting then. So yeah, just come and request anytime. We'll have a catch up. All right, my darling. Good luck tomorrow. Sending you lots of positive love.
Yeah.
Big
Thank
love.
you. I appreciate
Bye bye,
it.
sweetheart. Bye
Yeah,
bye. Bye
nice to
bye.
chat.
Oh, I got her off dead quick. Oh, and my fingers, fastest finger first. I thought you were asleep then. I literally turned. I thought you were asleep. Oh, guys, I'm tired. I'm tired. I keep checking my phone to see if I've got an update from the D-Bar himself.
She looks like you.
And we ain't got no update off him. We ain't got... He's been on. Have I missed him? Is he okay? He's there now. He's in it. Right, he's there now, is it? Right, I didn't see it. I was too busy gossiping, wasn't I? You know what I'm like me when I get going. You know what I'm like when I get going. I sometimes forget I'm in a chat. I think I'm on FaceTime to my mates. Honest, I'm terrible for it. I know I am. I really know I am. I do take full responsibility for my actions. I do know that sometimes I feel like I'm having a right good chit chat with my pals and I completely and utterly forget that I'm actually on a live with a load of people in my room. Oh, I don't know what to drop next. Shall we have a swimming costume? Shall we have a shirt or shall we have a dress? Cosset shirt or dress? Cosset shirt or dress? Dress? Artina says, oh, you're all saying dress. Dress, 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 dress. I'll drop the dress then. I'll drop the dress.
This viral dress, I believe, is everybody's must-have this spring.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Last one. If he wins.
Good choice. I've just dropped the dress. I've dropped the dress. I've dropped the dress. I've got 151,200 followers, just for anybody who might have been asking or worried or concerned about how many followers I had these days. And maybe somebody who didn't understand the fact that that's how many followers we've got going on over here these days. 1,151. It's fucking crazy that. How's that happened? Honestly, guys, it blows my brain cells. It absolutely does.
Wrinkles, fine lines, dull-looking skin. Are you wanting
Blows my flaming brain cells. I do not understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. I don't think I'll ever get my head around it. It blows my brain. Frazzles me head. You are worth every one of them. Honestly, it's crazy, man. It really, really is crazy.
Wrinkles, fine lines, dull-looking skin. Are you wanting something to brighten it up? Then I've got this trio for you. Wrinkles, fine lines, dull-looking skin. Wrinkles. Wrinkles.
Jay, your face then.
I went, what the fuck? I thought, who's this gadget? Guys, pick up everyone.
I've literally just found this filter when I was coming off, and then somebody kept requesting me, but I was chatting before. She kept requesting me, so I thought, right, I'll have to just have this quick battle. And then somehow we were messing about with filters, and I've ended up with this one on, and I was like, right, who can I go and see?
What's that?
Never. Oh
Have
my
I
God.
put that on? I thought it was
What
a
is
gift.
that?
I have no idea. I'm looking now because you've got me.
What the fuck?
I'm looking for that gadget. One probably won't even make a difference to me.
No, well, like that.
I like this one.
I love it. Absolutely love it in the bin. So I was literally just like messing with these filters, and next minute I found this one. I was like, oh my God, I love this. It's like me in the morning. I was like, I absolutely love this filter. I thought, I have got, oh my God. I thought, oh my God, look at that, man. That looks scary.
You actually do look like a gadget there, you know.
It's bad, that, innit?
Where's it gone? Where's the one at?
Couldn't I be a real catfish?
You look like fucking Pink.
You give him the
You look
eyebrows
like
as
Pink.
well.
Where the fuck have I gone? Morning! You fucking hell.
I just had Rudolph on before, but I just
don't know
found
the
this
fuck-
one. I thought, do you know what? I really.
Oh, I've got it.
Oh,
Don't
there
you
you
make us
go.
look
You
whiter?
don't look any different.
It just makes us look fucking whiter. Fuming, get me tan back.
Get your tan back. Get your tan back, like, get your tan back. Honestly, I couldn't resist it. I was just like, do you know what? I love it.
Oh, that's how I feel.
bloody
Fucking Sunday morning after doing me dinner.
AG comes to me all the time doing that whenever he beats us. It becomes a seal. Look at the gob on that.
Oh, I can't get it off now. I'm fucking stuck with it for the rest of my life.
You're stuck like that for the rest of your life, man.
Oh,
Are you
God.
all right anyway?
Matthew, I'm very well, thank you. Matthew, thank you so bloody much. Jesus Christ. Thank you, guys. I'm too busy chatting away. I didn't fucking know what was going on.
We're too busy playing with
Filters.
I look so weird. You
look
look
like
really
Pink.
weird.
Matthew, thank you. You look like Pink with a beard. Ashley Sarita, thank you.
What the bloody hell? Do you not like my
I'm so
new look,
sorry.
Aaron? It's making me laugh so bad.
He has a new
I
theme
just-
tune.
it just- honestly,
That's you.
thanks.
Matthew, thank you, honestly.
You weren't
I joined when you were
expecting that
asleep.
when you walked in, were you,
Matthew.
Aaron?
I went, what? I went, what the fuck? Bradley, thank you for your heart, me. I'm loaded with cold still. I can't fucking get rid of it. I don't know what's going on.
Day.
Yeah. Well, I'd only just got over one. And I was like, oh, that's right. I never really ever get a cold. And I've had like 2 in the matter of fucking 6 weeks.
Did you hear out from your mate? That's not your mate anymore.
Oh, nah. That's not me.
Really? Is that it? Just done?
And no, because well, it's done with me. I'm done. I don't know how it's done, but I'm done.
I can't believe he's never like just. I can't believe he's not just like.
Even tried. Well, he sent one message after we landed, just saying like, I'm really sorry. There's no excusing what I did and stuff like that. I'm like, crack on.
Thanks,
Like,
Aaron.
but I'm not fucking nah. Like, I'd rather he just didn't arrest us again.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I absolutely don't blame you.
Hello, D
I
to the
really
T.
don't blame you.
D the T, sorry.
Ooh. Oh, I'm going off me. I'm going to bed. I'm absolutely knackered. I only come because I put that stupid daft face on and I was like, I need to go and see somebody. I was like, let me go and see Jay.
Oh, Claire, it's just a joke, my lovely. Someone's put, my mate's over there saying, Mustafa Lenford. Mustafa Lenford has just been a Vicky's like, can you unmute him? I don't think that, Alpha, I don't think that,
Thanks, Aaron.
that name is as fun.
Right.
Matthew, thank you so bloody much. A fucking Stunhammer for that. Matthew, I'm sorry, you only got a
That's
Stunhammer.
ridiculous, a Stunhammer for that score. Bloody
MVP.
ridiculous.
Matthew, thank you so much, though. Julie, thank you, my lovely. You got a Stunhammer as well. Fucking bun the Stunhammers. Cheryl, you got a boosting glove, though. Thank you. Lawrence, Rita, Ashley, Tessa, Sharon, Gloria, Danielle,
Jay,
everyone that
it's
gets in
way
touch.
past my bedtime. I'm going to love you and leave you. And
I know you're 2 hours ahead as well, aren't you?
It's 25 to 12 here, yeah.
Fucking
Right, my
hell.
darling. I just wanted to
Have a
pop
good
by
night,
and
my
give you-
lovely.
That was all. Big love, sweetheart. I'll speak
Big
to you
love.
later.
Have a good night.
Bye, darling. Good night. Good night. Well, I am going to go. I am tired. I feel like this eyelash here is really bugging me. Do you know what, guys? I honestly think I'm going to end up taking these off tomorrow and redoing them. I feel like they're too curly. I really feel like they're too curly. We'll have a look at Mott. He's meant to be my mate, him. Him that keeps giving me craps. He's meant to be my bud. But all he keeps doing is giving me crap. That's what I like. Thank you, my Tina. I love you too. I will see you all in the morning. If I get up for sunrise again, it'll be 4 a.m. your time. If you're up, you're up. And if I'm up, I'll try. We'll see. If not, we'll just have to go with the pictures that I got this morning. Good night to each and every one of you. Love you all to the moon and back. See you all later. Good night and God bless you, gorgeous lot. Bye for now.